going on, y'all? I didn't have any idea like before coming on to make this video. I really just turned the camera on. I was in the kitchen and I was like, I need to make a video. So came in here, got everything situated real quick, for like 30 seconds. Got it situated and I was like, okay, let's turn it on and see where we go. So today was a good day. It was a really good day. I made some nice money today. Woke up early. I wanted to start a new routine today. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start getting up earlier. I saw a clip of Joey Badass and he said he heard a quote, I think his father said a quote, or somebody, he heard a quote that said, early to bed, early to rise makes a man young, wealthy, and wise. So I was like, you know what, I need to get up earlier because I have been going to the gym late. I have been going to the gym later in the day around like 8 o'clock. And I was really tired of it. I was really tired of going to the gym that late because it feels like it's just too crowded. There's way too many people there. It feels like too much of a social event. And I'll be trying to focus, or I'll be trying to stay locked in and just get in there and get out. So I was like, I'm gonna go get up early in the morning and go. But even before I went to the gym, I got up. I woke up before my alarm. I got up. You know what I'm saying, did some meditation, you know what I'm saying, just my daily routine. Then I went to the gym, got a good workout in. Nobody was in the gym, where there was a few people in the gym, but it's virtually empty. I was really able to do whatever I wanted to, didn't have to wait, no commotion. Came home, went and got some money, you know, ate, made my teas. I'm doing like this cleanse right now, so a lot of teas and a lot of different things like that. But just to keep track of like my mood and doing these things and holding myself accountable and just getting more time out of my day. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to start getting up early, is because I don't like working into the night. I feel like I know that throws my circadian rhythm off when I'm up too late, because I'm naturally like a night owl. So I was like, you know, I want to start using the end of my days a little bit more consciously and more effectively, instead of working into the wee hours of the morning and then waking up at noon. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get up early and really get more out of my day. And I felt refreshed, like I really had like a really good positive energy about myself all throughout the day, and it felt good. And I like going to the gym in the morning. I don't even listen to music in the gym. I just listen to those motivational compilations with like David Goggins, Kobe Bryant, all those other people. But yeah, I really just felt good. A thought that I did have on my mind the other day was a lady that I'm working with. She was telling me about the importance of gratitude. And I've always known, not always known, but over the past few years, I've come to understand the importance of gratitude and understanding how the things that you have now, when they're appreciated, can bring so much joy and happiness to your life. So I was like, you know what, I want to really start being... That's a chair. That was not me, bro. I'm not on that, bro. But really just understanding what there is to be grateful for in my life right now. And yesterday when I was in the gym, I ran 4 miles. And I was thinking about the people that I have in my life and how grateful I am to have specific individuals in my life that support me and challenge me and believe in the things that I say. I'm a dreamer, bro. Like I have a lot of big ideas and I have a lot of things that come and just go, and I have these big ideas. And there are specific people in my life that support those things and believe that I can accomplish them and assure me that I'm on the right path. And that is something that I'm so grateful for, because within that, it allows you to appreciate yourself a little bit more. Like you have to have a foundational level of your gratitude for yourself and your own abilities, but having people around you to reassure you in those grandiose ideas makes it all the more worthwhile, because it's like, okay, you don't feel so alone on your journey. And I believe that within this process, we have the ability to be selective with these people and just choosing to be around people that motivate us and push us. Like I was running 4 miles and I was thinking like, damn, I'm grateful that I have people in my life that take working out seriously. Like I was like, I think I mentioned in the video in the past, and I talked to Elton about it. I was like, bro, the only reason I'm running these miles is because you're running miles. You know, like I would get up and probably go run a few miles myself. I do have that level of discipline, but it definitely helps to have somebody who takes running serious and runs like far distances. I would say even like me getting into running in the first place was being around Martell. Martell used to run like 13 miles or marathons. I think he ran track in college or something like that for a minute. But having people around you that are in the same realm of activity as you, but are pushing beyond the limits, it helps you push beyond the limits. Like it helps me push beyond the limits. So now when I see him run 8 miles, it just lets me know that it's possible. I've always taken the same approach to music in my comparison of myself, not necessarily to the people around me. I don't think I've ever really compared myself to the people around me. But that's another conversation for another video. But with my music, one of the reasons why I feel that I'm able to propel at such a quick rate is because of who I compare myself to. I've always compared myself to the greatest people. And you have to look at the people that are doing it the best and ask yourself, how am I measuring up against the people that are performing at the top level, that are performing at the highest level? And that's when you'll see progress, because when you really come to understand that and do everything you need to do and everything that you can do to develop the best level of understanding of what exactly it is that they're doing, and then apply those same principles and tactics to your life, you'll see yourself progressing. If you see yourself in that realm of creativity or that realm of activity, doing the things that the people at the top are doing, you'll inevitably rise to that standard and you'll rise to the occasion, and you'll see tremendous progress in your work, because it's like you're comparing yourself to people up here, even though you're down here. It's like you'll find ways to close that gap. And that's one thing I love about it. So even like he sent me when he posted 8 miles, and I was like, you know what? I gotta work it up. So understanding these challenges, and it's similar to how Gilbert Arenas talked about Kobe. When you see people perform at a high level, and your mind starts to create different ways to accomplish the task at hand. So I was like, I'm gonna get up here and do 4 miles. I said it before I wanted to do it, but and I'll be honest, one of the reasons I even did 4 miles is because I wanted to post it. Like I like posting things like that. I like posting my accomplishments because it's fun, and it may be a bit superficial, but I think working at things, like I don't do it strictly to show off, but there is a joy that comes from sharing it, because it's something that is not common. Like everybody isn't getting up and going to run 4 miles. So whether that be me trying to make myself feel better, I don't know, but that's just, it is what it is. That isn't the main reason I do it though. It's mainly because I want to get healthier, bro. I want to be healthy. I want to establish a foundation that will eventually provide me longevity as I continue to move through my life and develop. And as I get older, I want my body to stay in shape. I don't want to get to the age where I'm 30, I'm getting up, I'm grunting and shit. I don't like that. That's weird. But I want to, I want to be active at all ages of my life. I want to be 70, 80, 90 years old, still moving around, mobile. But yeah, though, so I guess this video is about high standards and surrounding yourself with people that have high standards. And I was, me and Alton were on the phone earlier today, and we were just talking about a lot of the things that trouble us now, and a lot of the things that we find frustrating now at this point in life. I was telling him, I'm like, bro, we allow ourselves to be frustrated by things that we shouldn't even be worried about, because the versions of ourselves that exist at the highest level don't look at these things as problems. They don't even really matter when you get to a certain point. So to be totally consumed, or even consumed at all, by issues that exist on a lower level, when you have ambitions and you have goals to attain higher levels of accomplishment, you're really doing yourself a disservice by giving these problems that aren't even obstacles. Like a lot of these things are completely irrelevant to your journey. They're just things that this version of you at this level wants. But the highest version of you wouldn't even entertain certain habits, whether it be going out or involving yourself with certain types of people. It's like, bro, when you're operating at your highest level, these things are relevant. So let's shift that and keep that in mind as we continue to grow and we continue to pursue our dreams and our goals. Operate from the highest level of existence. And what does that mean for you in your life? Like, I have an idea of what it means for my life. I know that it comes with certain boundaries, and it comes with just having certain standards and having things that I will and won't do within certain situations. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but establishing boundaries and understanding, okay, how would I behave if I were living in a state of abundance. Like, would this matter to me? Would this bother me? Probably not. Is this an issue that I may face at my highest level? Okay, possibly. So let me learn how to resolve it now. You just have to weigh each situation as they come to you individually. But just thinking about the standards that we have for ourselves, and being able and being willing to do the work that it takes to ultimately grow into being that person. And surrounding ourselves with people that believe in us. I saw a clip of Gilly earlier today, and he was talking about you have to get people away from you who take deep breaths every time you have an idea like those, or those people that don't really believe in the highest level of achievement. I was talking to myself earlier about that earlier today. I was thinking about how I've always, as I just mentioned, I've always held myself, and I continue to hold myself at a very, very high standard, because I believe that I can accomplish the same things that the people that I admire have accomplished. However, I have to understand that everybody doesn't think that way. And even though it's very frustrating, understanding that it is what it is, taking the approach of things are just gonna be what they're gonna be, and not allowing myself to get frustrated, but using my understanding and my overstanding of certain situations to make decisions without such an emotional connection involved. Like getting rid of things or discarding things that just aren't going to be or aren't meant to be a part of the goal, or aren't meant to be a part of the mission. And understanding that some things just run their course. Like some things are meant to get you to a certain point. I heard a reference recently about when NASA shoots a rocket into the sky, the entire thing, like from start to finish, pieces fall off as the rocket continues to ascend and propels itself towards its destination. So as it continues to ascend, different pieces fall off, because certain pieces were only meant to get you to a certain point. But then things get slimmer, things get slimmer, and things get a little bit just more narrow, and you don't have all of the things that, being that they've run their course, would hold you down, right? And that's something we have to really keep in mind. Some things are just here for a certain amount of time, and if they were to stay attached to you, they would hold you back. I was thinking about that just in terms of relationships, like certain relationships that I've had in the past, friendships or romantic relationships, and how they ran their course. Like there are people I don't talk to anymore, and I don't think there's anybody from my past that there's any like negative emotion towards. Well, maybe a couple people, but like the majority of people, there's no beef or nothing like that. It's just we're not compatible anymore. And I think that troubled me in the past, because as a kid, you have this idea that your friend groups are going to stay together forever. When I was a kid in high school, and even like the first couple years after high school, we were like 10, 12 deep everywhere we went, right? And as the years passed, you slowly started to see that number trickle down, and then you started to see people come into the group, or at least like my atmosphere of the group, and then other people go out. Like I talk about Alton on this channel a lot, because that's somebody that I'm really close to now. I've always known Alton since like elementary school, but just through time and different experiences, we've cultivated a friendship that wasn't always present, especially not during high school. And that's just kind of how things go. But some people that I mentioned before, we were the closest of friends as kids and as teenagers, but as the years pass by, our interests change, our perspective on the world's changed, and things just go in and out. Like I met Chuck in high school, but we didn't get real cool until college. We played on the same basketball team, but there are people that I've known since 5-6 years old that I don't even speak to anymore, or wouldn't even care to be involved with what they have going on. And there's no malice involved, but it's not there anymore, and it doesn't make sense anymore for where we are going on our individual paths. And I'm sure some people could say the same thing about me. You have to understand that you're not always going to fit in other people's story, and other people are not always going to fit in your story. We're all individuals living our own story, but in your life, it is your job to craft your story and to be very diligent and to be very decisive about who has access to be within the world that you're creating for yourself. Because allowing the wrong people access into the world, or the right people access into the world for more time than they need to be there, can be very detrimental to your overall progress and your development of life, and you becoming the person that you need to be. With every step and every decision that we make, we're constantly moving, and we're constantly evolving. That's like the purpose of this whole human experience, is to just evolve and continue to become better, and to create and to figure out what it is that we can do to enhance our lives and to enhance the lives of other people that exist within Earth at the same time and after that we're allotted within this lifetime. But I think that should always be the highest thing on the totem pole. Like, okay, am I evolving? Are these relationships serving me? Am I serving these relationships? It's not about just what you can give, but it's about the reciprocal exchange of, is it an even? Like, is reciprocity involved in these relationships? Because a lot of things are transactional, whether we like to view them as that or not. I mean, you wouldn't hang out with your best friend if you didn't get something from that, you know. And at the time where you stop getting that specific thing, or things change to where you guys don't align and maybe things are out of balance, that's kind of when relationships start to fade, or you just realize that what they have to offer may not be beneficial for you in your life, and if you were to accept it, it would just take up space that you don't have to waste. So be very conscious of the people you surround yourself with. Like I said before, it always helps to have people that are doing things that are similar to you, but maybe are doing things better than you, or having people that you can help. That's another thing about the exchange. It's not all about what you can receive, but it's about what you can give to help somebody else boost in their life. But to have both of those things in your life simultaneous will do you a lot of good, because having someone in front of you that allows you space to strive to do better just kind of gives you a bit more energy, and it kind of gives you an idea of what is possible and what can be done if one applies himself, while also having someone that may be a little bit behind you but has the intention and has a potential to be great, allows you to solidify your level of understanding of what exactly it is that you're doing. Because teaching is one of the most effective ways to learn. Even as I'm coming to all of you and I'm speaking, and in a way I'm teaching, some of you may look at me as somewhat of a teacher. I did say teaching is something that I've always wanted to do, something I've always I've often fantasized about being like a teacher as a child. I could always see myself being in a space of teaching other people about life through the lens of my own experiences. But having someone to teach, and someone who takes heed to what you have to offer, is a way of solidifying your level of understanding and the information that is within your mind. Because learning it is like, okay, but it's like teaching is the actual application. So by me coming to all of you and I'm speaking, it's like we're growing together, because this may be your first time hearing something like this, but these are things that I think about constantly, and I've had to learn through different experiences throughout my life, or from different people. So by me teaching you, I'm further solidifying the idea of the truths that I may not have understood at one point or another within my life. And for you, it gives you the perspective of something different and something fresh. And it gives you the opportunity for you to utilize this information within your life, apply it, and then give it to someone else, which is going to further crystallize that information within your mind. And it's going to allow you to have a better level of understanding of how to navigate certain situations, because you've had not only experience learning it, you've had experience living in and thinking about it solely independently, but then you also have the experience of giving it away. And in giving it away, we often don't give away things that we don't understand or have served. I'm not gonna say serve their purpose, but we get it now. It's like, you're not gonna give away a new shirt. You haven't gotten all you need out of that new shirt. But once you have gotten your wares out of it and you pretty much understand it, you styled it a few different ways, you can give it to somebody else and they can use it, and they can, and that's just what it is. Going back to the point of gratitude, I always express my gratitude for making these videos and all of you showing up for me. I really appreciate it, because it gives me something to teach. It gives me something to feel like, in doing these, I feel that I'm doing my part. I feel that I'm doing my part, and it allows me to get a sense of fulfillment. So if these videos energize you in any type of way or inspire you, I want you to know by you consuming this, it inspires me as well, because it's just that reciprocity that we talked about earlier, in just giving and receiving. It's that constant flow. Like I gain happiness by enhancing the lives of other people. That's something that, I thought that was a horn, but that's something that has always felt good. Like, it feels really good to give and to see the smile on people's faces when you kind of go out of your way to help them and benefit them. Like helping old people or something, that always made me feel good. Or giving to the homeless, that always makes me feel good, because I'm in a situation, regardless of if I'm stressed or not, if I have the opportunity to help somebody who needs it and could really benefit from the things that I may have taken for granted. For a lot of times, I took my mind for granted. And that's something I don't want any of you to do. I don't want you to take your mind for granted. I don't want you to take your ideas for granted. I want you to understand that what exists within here and within here are very valuable. And if you learn to cultivate these things that permeate within your deepest level of existence in your being, you can really utilize these things to take control of your life and to have a crazy impact on the world and the lives of other people. And you can use it to get to different places. Like, your gifts will put you in places that you never imagined if you just allow them to be expressed in their authentic fashion, in the way they were meant to be expressed, through positivity and through love and through understanding that you are having an impact on the life of somebody else. And doing it, like, I saw a video the other week. The guy was like, the tree doesn't eat its own fruit. You being the tree, expressing the gifts that you have, which are the fruit, are for the people who need them to provide nourishment for their bodies. So I do these things. Like, I don't watch these videos after, like, once I color them, because they're not for me. They're not for me, at least not now. I'm not in a space yet to where I want to look back at them, or I'm too busy creating. I'm really just too busy creating these videos, and I'm consuming other people's content that help benefit me in my life and help me gain a deeper level of understanding of the things that I may be experiencing. But for these, I'm just giving, bro, because I know that it can benefit somebody else along their journey, bro. And that's really the sole purpose of it all. So, yeah, I didn't have too much on my mind. Like I said, today was a good day. I'm about to go get some more work, and I'm about to hop in the shower. I'm tired. I'm sore too, though. But yeah, though, thank y'all for watching. What did I just do? Did I just have a meltdown on camera? No, I didn't have a meltdown on camera. That's what it looked like. I'm like, damn, this talking about like he changed into superheroes. But no, though, thank all y'all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning into the channel. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for supporting the music and everything that I just decide to do in my creative efforts. I know I'll be all over the place sometimes, but thank you once again. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. I am Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin, and if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I'm gonna catch you.